So, all right, welcome everyone. I decided to do this call because I wanted to help out with all the Keller Williams agents. I did one training with my buyer agent before, and I realized that they don't really know much about Facebook. And I don't know whether you know or not. And I'm not saying that I'm the pro. I just have some of the, some of the things that I thought I could share. And then feel free to share too, because I'm not thinking about this as like me training. It's just more like me sharing. And if you guys have done it, let me know. If you guys have better idea, let me know. So whichever way, okay. So how many of you here, Kenny and Lily, how many of you guys have done Facebook ads so far?
Yes,
You have?
I think I done a few times, 2-3 times.
So do you just boost? Did you select your audience? What did you do with that?
No, I use command Facebook campaign. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I did. But I
Gotcha.
feel like the lead is not that,
They're not quality. They're not
qualified. Yeah, not very qualified. Yeah.
Awesome. So this is kind of like, again, this is not a simple topic, to be honest with you. This is a, like, it's kind of like virtual assistant. It's like, this is another huge deep topic. I just want to touch the tip of the iceberg for today, because there's a huge thing underneath that, I can share with you. So to touch on a little bit, the one of the reason why it didn't get converted is, do you guys have our target audience that you guys are working with? Because the one-on-one communication is very different than one-to-many. Mm-hmm. So what do I mean by that is, whenever we have a client, we talk to them, we become like the chameleon, right? So, if you like blue, I'll talk to you about blue. If you like red, I talk to you about red. We can always change, right? However, when you're doing it on Facebook marketing, it's one-to-many. Your message have to go to multiple people. But if those people doesn't feel like you're talking to them, they're not going to click on your link. So that is the reason why, to be honest with you, I spent about $5,000 on Facebook campaign. They are not all for real estate related, to be honest with you, but I have learned a lot and I fail forward a lot, because I realized that it's not just, hey, do you want to buy a house? Put it on and you hope that somebody's gonna want to click it. It doesn't work like that. And I've been testing and trying out with my agents, and then I think I finally cracked the code. So why did I say that? I work, one of my team assistant, her name is Arlene Donaldson, and I've been working with her for about a year, and finally I think we started to crack the code. We started to pick up the momentum. So initially, she come in just like everyone else. Hey, if you want to buy and sell, talk to me. If you want to buy and sell, talk to me. If you want to buy and sell, talk to me. And then she didn't convert, right? And she's Filipino, so she have a hard time speaking some of the English too. So then she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go door knock. I'm just gonna go door knock. Didn't have any conversion. Okay, I'm gonna just call, for sale by owner. Didn't really have a lot of, and then so none of those work. And then one day I told Arlene, I said, you really need to find the people that you really echo with and you really enjoy, like people that is like you. And if you're looking for all these people, even the VAs that you can see right here, if I am the one that interviewed them, chances are they're very similar to me. They echo with me. But if Mary is the one that interviewed them, you will notice that a lot of them are very Mary alike. You get what I'm saying? Because when I hire, usually they're moms. When Mary hire, usually they're singles. And by the way, Lily, I know your friends is right here. You can feel free to, turn on your camera too and hang out with us, okay? You don't have to, just be on the background. I don't know what's your name, because it's also Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay. So what works for Arlene is Arlene is Filipino, right? So she decided to pick Filipino, just like Lily. I know you work with a lot of Chinese Chinese people, right? Mm-hmm. And Arlene used to be a nurse. So right now, Arlene combination is her target audience is Filipino nurse. And a lot of people is like, wow, really? Like you're looking for Filipino nurse only? That's a very small percentage, right? No, I wanted to make it very broad. The problem is every time we open it, make it broad, we never convert. If you want to do social media, if you make it broad, you will never convert. or it will get very expensive in conversion. You wanted to make it as small as possible. You know, you can make it where, you know, it's Chinese, married couple, or, you know, for Arlene, it works really well, which is moms, Filipino, and nurses. Okay. And then now all she does is she only talked to a mom, Filipino, nurse. Okay. For a mom, Filipino, and nurse. And she posts on her Facebook every single day. She posts on her Instagram. She posts on YouTube. So right now, you know, initially she have a hard time getting leads. Right now, we have a lot of miracles that's happening with her. She have people that call her and say, "Hey, Arlene, I just went to a new build and I like that house." And they ask me, "Do I have a realtor that I work with?" I say, "Yes." So I put your name on it. But the truth is, Arlene has never talked to this person ever. She is only Arlene's friend in her Facebook, but they have not talked to each other. Arlene have sent her messages here and there, which is what you can do, and which is what Charmaine and Vanessa, you guys can do for Kenny. So what she does is she will do some video, and she will message them privately and say, "Hey, how are you doing? Are you looking for a home? Blah blah blah." So again, it's one message, but you send it to 100 people, right, or 1,000 people, however many people that you have. And you know, it's almost as like what we do with command, right? You're doing the call, you know, like A and Z and whatever, but now you're doing it with messenger, but you're doing it through a video. So that way you don't have to constantly call and constantly make. That's why she's making a lot of money, because every day that's all she's doing. And so again, that's a miracle, right? She never called the person, she never talked to the person, she have not scheduled a consultation, but her name is already on the contract. You know what I'm saying? And then now she's getting calls from people who say, "Hey, Arlene, by the way, I just tell my friend about you. So my friend is coming into town. She want to buy in Plano. So as soon as she wants to buy, you know, when she come, you know, we're going to set an appointment and we're going to work with each other." So her friend's starting to refer people to her without her have to doing a lot of things. All she does right now is she just posts one video, and then again, that video will have you know, all her friends will see it. So now she's really creating the momentum, and all the friends, like there's another people, a client caller is like, "Oh man, Arlene, I feel like I really know you so much. I really trust you. I wanted to buy from you instead of everybody else." And then I was like, "Oh, that's great. That's great." And then Arlene is Googling, is like Facebooking, like, "Who is this person? I have no clue who this person is." So that's the power of Facebook marketing, social media marketing in you know, in broad, right? And when you're hiring a virtual assistant, like, you know, one thing that Vanessa can do for you, Kenny, is if you allow, right, if your Facebook is no longer just your personal stuff, is every day, you know, Vanessa can help you find at about 25 to 30 friends that is your target audience. So like for Arlene, it will be nurses, Filipino. Yeah, and she'll also go into groups, Filipino nurses group, so that she can get those people and she can add those people that is within her you know, that fit her how do you say that, her target audience, right? And after that, you know, then you do your Facebook post all the time, so that people get very familiar with you. So you're advertising to them, you're talking to them without you. Sometimes you think that, man, there's nobody engaging, right? You're like, because that's what Arlene said. Well, I don't, nobody is really engaging as much, maybe 5, maybe 10 here and there. But then the power of all that come in is getting more and more. So right now she only have problem with finding a home for them now. Like she have 3 buyers right now, and she doesn't have to do a thing. And she have 1 listing. She doesn't have to do anything because she's getting all these leads from social media. So that's the reason why I think VA is very good, because they can really help you build your social media platform. So again, obviously that is organic. I just want to kind of share with you, like that's the organic way that you can do it. So now, so then I talked to Arlene about, hey, you know, you can start boosting some of the video that you do, because again, Facebook, I just want you guys to know, Facebook is a pay to play ad. Facebook is a pay to play, how do you call it? Platform. This is the reason why Facebook want everybody to do it for free. But then for us, in order for us to make money, we have to pay them to play this game. So what you want to do is you want to start doing some videos in your Facebook page. However, you wanted to target your target audience. Who is your real target audience? Is it Filipino nurses? Who is moms? Because Arlene's conversion is very high. If she get three out of 3, they close there's no question that they're going to close all the time. Okay. And I'm very into this because again, I think so far I pay about 50 grand on learning online marketing. And initially we don't believe it. Okay. Initially we're like, no, we want to just target anybody who want to buy. However, every time we do that, it doesn't convert because the messaging, the talk, the conversation that you have are very different. And it boils down to even the conversation, right? So for Arlene, she's a nurse. So they will talk about this toxic environment, which means when people are coming to the hospital, they are so busy to a point where they don't have time to go bathroom or go eat. They will go through 12 hours without stopping at all. So to them, it's very stressful, very toxic. And she will use those words on their Facebook campaign so that the people will convert. Okay, so that is that. And in order for in order for you to really want things to convert, I know the KW command it's great. However, I did test it out. I don't really like the conversion per se because there's really two big thing. But today I'm just gonna share again the tip of the iceberg because I don't know how far everybody is. So I just again wanted to share. But the number one thing is obviously the messaging has to be good. Like you really want to talk to one specific people, and again you can talk to multiple people, but that message had to go to one people. Like the $5 that you're going to spend or the $50 you're going to spend, you want to talk to one group of people, not everybody. Not everyone want to buy. So again, you can work on young couple, you can work on, I don't know, church folks, you can talk to, veterans. But again, even in veterans huge. Like, maybe they are in the army, maybe they're in Navy, maybe they're married, whatever it is. But the key is you most likely is people who you have worked with a lot, you already know how they are, or people who is like you, right? Who's like you. So for me, like I usually will find people who are business owners who want to invest and who are usually a mom. And I usually find that I can communicate with them very well because my conversation usually is very businessy, and I like clients who are fast, like they get me really quickly and make decision quick. I usually don't work well with like typical moms. Like if I work with typical moms, sometimes it kills me because I shouldn't say kills. That's too strong of a word. Because they will tell me all about their family a lot, and then they will tell me about the decision. So I will have to take a long time for me to convert, right? So what you really wanted to do if you're really trying to do Facebook ads is you should have a business Facebook account. So how you're gonna get to that is you should go into business.facebook.com. Okay, business.facebook.com. It will link to your personal account. However, this will also bring you to your Facebook ad account. And again, if you do travel quite a bit, like you go to Asia, or you go to wherever country it is, every time you're going outside of the state, you wanted to use business.facebook.com, because if you're not using that, Facebook sometimes will flag you because they think that your IP is not accurate. And again, for some of the VA that you have here, if you guys are using Sophia or anybody's Facebook account, you need to use business.facebook.com, or you need to get into their computer to use it. If not, they're gonna flag you, because if there's too many Filipinos, or there's too many people outside of the state, like wherever Sophia is at, if there's too many other IP address popping out, they're gonna want to shut it down because they think that's fraud. Especially in this pandemic, COVID, there is a lot of people creating fake accounts, trying to get money, trying to get a lot of different things from Facebook. So Facebook is getting very strict. I know the mayor in one of my city, and somebody actually cloned his Facebook profile and asked me to give him private information. So then I reach out to Joe and say, hey Joe, did you create another Facebook account, because you just add me again? And he's like, no, I didn't. And then I say, hey, you're telling me that your city is giving us grant right now. Is it true? And he said, it's not true. That's the reason why you want to be very careful when you're getting into your Facebook account. So by far, if you go to business.facebook.com, it's safer because they know that it's a business related, it's not Facebook related. And then you can see right here, obviously I have a lot of different accounts, because you can always create an account. You can go in there and just create an account. And they are all usually page related. So if you have a Facebook page, you usually will see one of them in here. So I'm gonna go into one of the business that me and my husband are working on. That is actually the primary one that we are working on right now. I'm testing it out because he is this is the business that we're doing together, and then the real estate, it's kind of like, I'm doing it on the side. So this is where it is. And again, you can go into your Facebook page to here. Just click on it and go to the Facebook page to here. And then again, you can see all these. And one more thing, Mary Joy, Charmaine, you guys can be one of the editor for Kenny's Facebook page. So then you can use your own account to get into it, as long as you use business.facebook.com. Okay. And then I know that a lot of time people, what they do is they just boost their videos. So the very important thing is you wanted to start putting videos in there. Okay. And you can see, I'm going to show you my other, my tech team account too. I started to go Facebook Live right now on my for my tech team. Before, I was doing a lot on YouTube. So I'm going to show you. So the most important reason why you want to do video on Facebook is because you wanted to target them, to get them to watch your video. And then after that, you wanted to target them onto your ad. Like, hey, do you want to buy or sell? But if you go direct, where you just do the Facebook ads for them directly, does it work? Yes, it's just going to cost more. It's just going to cost more for you to do the conversion. What conversion means is $1, the key that we want is $1 in, $2 out, right? The good news is obviously we're in real estate, so we have more money to play. However, what it is for other program is usually it's like if you spend $1 in, you should be able to get $2 out. And so what the one thing that we do is you wanted to do all the videos right here, and then after that you boost them. You boost them for video view, and then after that you do retargeting. Then you do retargeting for those people and see whether they want to buy a home for you or not. But you don't do it directly. And you don't want to just do a Facebook and say, hey, do you want to buy and sell a home? Because a lot of times if you're doing that too, the conversion rate will be a lot lower, but the cost will be a lot higher too. So just like Arlene, right? So what Arlene does is, an hour ago, so Arlene will do a lot of Facebook video, right? And then she will also speak Tagalog. She will speak, her language, so that she can relate to her people more. So in pretty soon, yeah, she's gonna be boosting it. And a lot of time they were like, well, how am I, so I was like, what do you boost? And she said, well, I just click the boost button and I just start boosting them. And what we found out is she actually created her account through when she, because her base account is from Philippines. So when she clicked on this boost button, actually it goes to all the Facebook ad, it all goes to Philippines. So it didn't stay in the state. So again, that's why I wanted to have this call, because I wanted to say, hey, I know that you guys are boosting. Are you guys really boosting it to the people that you wanted to boost? Because again, like for me, I used to live in Minnesota and now I live in California. So where is my ad gonna go? So, because if the ad is not converting in the right place, it's just not gonna work, right? And then we started to do all these, all these, right? And you can see we got 16 reach, 86 engagement. We haven't boosted yet. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start boosting them. And you can see here, should I list my house above, below, or right at market value? So we started to ask question that will relate to buyers. So in that way, people will watch it even more. And then the next question is like, how do you boost them, right? So you obviously hit the boost button, and then you will go into it. And you can see right here, you can see what here it said that it's automatic. So what we want you to do is, so there's two steps, right? The first step is you wanted to get them to watch your video. You see right here, there's 3 of them. To watch your video, to reach people, to like from you, to track sales, and to connect and chat with your potential customers. So there are 3 different ways that you can do it. You can definitely do a message, like if this is a direct message, like, hey, do you want to buy, sell, or invest in a home? You have a question. then you do it with me, right? However, this conversion will be a lot more expensive. This will be more expensive too, because you are really getting them to do sales. This is the cheapest way to boost you and work with your sphere and get them to like you more without that much cost. That's why, we are constantly doing videos, and we'll do I always say $5 is because $5 to test the water and see whether this video people really gonna watch it or not. Like what Lily said, 80-20 rule. A lot of time, if 20% of the video will convert really well, and then obviously if you see those 1 or 2 videos that really convert well, then you wanted to put in like $50 or $100 to boost it out. And then after you boost it, then what happened? Then you're gonna see a lot of people that like the post, and then what you wanted to do is you wanted to invite them to like your page, and that's how you're getting more and more like every single day. Is you boost the video, they like it, then you invite them to like your page, and then you add them as your friend. Because if they like your page, that means they echo with you. That means that if they wanted to buy, they most likely will buy from you. Does it kind of make sense? Yes? Awesome. So then you wanted to click here, and you wanted to put down that, you wanted to do video views. That's the very first thing, because again, 80% of them is going to bomb. So you don't want to spend all your money into video that's not going to convert. That's why you do the $5, make sure that it's convert. Then you pay more money to get more conversion. Does it kind of make sense? Hey, Ning. And then here, hey, ni hao. And for here, you can, again, you can hit learn more. If you have a website that you want them to go to, you can have no button. I would say, you can do maybe send message. I like send message quite a bit, because then they can immediately send you a message if they have a message to send. Or again, you can just do no button at all, and all you wanted them to, so you can see if you do send button, you would just have here, so they can send you a question. Hey, I got a question for you, or whatever it is. So to make it easier for them to communicate with you. Or again, you can have no buttons at all, because if your goal is to make sure that they just like or comment, then you don't want to have any button for them, because the purpose is to get them to like you, and so that you can find them later on, right? And then again here, there's also a way for you to do the question, like what kind of question do you have, right? So if they click on it, they can immediately, you can set up some of the questions right here, like, what is the question? What do you like? And then they can just click whatever question that they want. So say, hey, Phyllis, please let me know how we can help you. Or you can say, hey, I'm interested. Can you tell me more? Can I speak with Kenny? Are there any new property around, Plano? So that way, instead of them typing in, they can just click it and it will go into it. So they make it really simple, right? Because again, it's just user friendly, right? And then here, this is the one that I really wanted to share with everyone. Have anybody know about audience so far? Anyone have seen audience so far?
A little
Yes,
bit.
no,
I
maybe
mean,
so.
Yes.
A
yes.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is most important thing. So like, as you can see, I'm using Arlene's account, and you can see right here, living in Philippines. So she had been spending money on boosting her posts. They all go to Philippines, but she is a real estate agent in United States. Does it kind of make sense? So you got to watch where you are. So again, if you go to your Facebook right now and look at it, you can check that out too. So what you wanted to do is, this is the most important piece of everything that you're going to be boosting. And Lily, do you do that in Keller Williams command when you're boosting your post? No? Okay. So that's what I thought. I wasn't sure, because I don't use Keller Williams command to do mine. And Nick, feel free to turn on your camera if you want to. And, Lily's friend, you can turn it on too if you want to, okay? So here. So again, for you, Kenny, do you work with men more or women more? Or is it both of them?
I work with both. I work with couples more. I work with,
Okay.
like, yeah, both.
Good. So again, so then you can click all, right? And then the next thing is, do you really work with them from 18 to 65? No, right? So like for me, my target audience is actually more towards 35 to like 60, so that's my range, right? And then again, it depends on whoever you are. Caesar's Cece's business, we're working with teaching how to put business online. You know, when you're not tech savvy, and he's 46 right now. So when he was growing up, you know, technology wasn't really a big thing. So he's focusing on people that is like 45 and up, because initially he was targeting just anybody, right? So we have people that is like 25 coming in, 30 coming in. They're like, I'm good at computers, I don't need you to teach me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is different, right? And then older people, I would say like more mature people, like, you know, myself, I rather pay. I don't want to spend a lot of time, right? I rather pay to save my time. But again, if you're working with younger people, then a lot of times you wanted to, they rather you give them a couple percent in rebate. Like, you know, I just only want to pay 1% because I'm going to look for all the homes myself, because I just want to save money, right? So it really depends on what kind of client you're looking for. And then and here, I think that this is very, very valuable. So for Arlene, she likes to work with people that is in her area. She doesn't like to drive. Okay, she doesn't like to drive. So she like she live in Frisco. So we target everybody that's in Frisco and in 40 miles radius. So this post is not going to go to anyone else but in Frisco 40 miles radius. Because again, I don't want everybody to see my post. I only want people that I can sell to see my post. Does it kind of make sense? I'm looking on the side because you guys' face is on the side. Okay, just FYI. So again, you know, where do you want to sell at? If you wanted to sell at wherever you are, then you want to put that city and how far you wanted to go. So that way, Facebook only target those people. And you can see even Facebook is saying, hey, your audience size is defined. Good job. It's only 4.4 million people. Again, it's a lot of people, right? And then again, how old do you want them to be? I would say, you know, for Arlene, Arlene says it's about 35 to maybe about, I think hers is like 55. She doesn't want to get it too old, you know, because, you know, she's about my age. So, you know, she feels like a lot of time, you know, she would like to work with a lot of moms. But again, she doesn't want to weed out too many of them. So she's doing 35 to 55. So now, again, it's only 1.8 million people. You see that? And then you wanted to add into demographic, right? So who does Arlene like? Arlene like people who speak Tagalog. Unfortunately, there's not really a Tagalog in here. So what we did is, there is interest Tagalog language. You see that? So now there's 12,000. So again, it might be too small. So again, you wanted to test it out because I don't know who the people you are, right? You like, right? So like for me, a lot of time I will find Tony Robbins people because I know that, you know, we speak the same language per se. And then there's people that say, okay, so she says she wanted to look for nurses, right? So we'll see, you see, like you can see here, registered nurse, nurse practitioner, right? And then a licensed nurse. I'll just do nurse. You see that? So now again, there's 71,000 people, but then I'm only targeting nurses. So then this video that I'm gonna do, all I'm doing is I'm talking to only nurses. Hey, I know that you have a toxic environment. I know you wanted to buy a home, but you just don't have the time to buy a home. By the time you're ready, it's already 2 a.m. in the morning. Don't worry, I am available at 2 a.m. in the morning. So call me, I will be able to answer you. So that make it very unique and interesting. And it's okay because you're only paying $5 or $10 and you're only targeting nurses instead of just targeting everyone, right? And better yet, so again, this is a sphere, right? So you can do that. And then if you want somebody that's like really wanted to buy it right now, then what you want to do is you can get them to look into Zillow. So you see here, there's interest, right? There's people who have already watched Zillow or realtor.com. See here, interest, realtor.com. So now you can see, you're finding people who are nurses who have been to realtor.com or Zillow because that means that they're looking for a job. Looking for a house, I'm sorry, right? And then what else? Kenny said that he loves working with couples, right? So again, I don't know, couple means like they're in a relationship or not, but again, we can do relationship. And here you can see right here that there's also relationship, unspecified, single, married, you know, in a relationship, right? Widow, separated, complicated, you know, so now you can look into all the relationship that you have and see what kind of relationship you're looking for. For me, I like married, right? Because I'm married, so I like married couple, right? So then I can even click into married. So you can see right now, I'm only looking for nurses and who are married. And Frisco just opened up Jolly Bean. I don't know, anybody know Jolly Bean here? You guys should know, right? Especially a Filipino. Come on, give me some reaction, you guys. So Jollibee, I'm sorry.
Jollibee.
Jollibee, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Arlene actually picked Jollibee.
Oh.
So Arlene actually picked Jollibee because Jollibee is opening the first Jollibee location in Texas. So she put Jollibee in there. So now she's looking for people who are married, nurses, and who like Jollibee and recently have went to realtor.com and Zillow site. So that's that gonna increase your conversion? Absolutely, because you know that they are wanted to buy, right? So again, you can do an ad for just people who really wanted to buy, or you wanted to just build relationship with people that are nurses that are thinking about buying. So however you want to do, but you can really target them and segment them, right? And again, if you are like, well, I don't know, is there anything that here, you can always browse it and you can see right here, there's demographic, education, finance, life event. Life event could be anniversary, like anniversary within 30 days, 60 days, away from home, away from hometown. They just got their, birthday, friends of somebody who just newly engaged within a year. This is a very good one too, because people who are engaged, what would they do? Chances are they're looking for a house, right? So then you wanted to target people who are, newly engaged within a year, newly engaged within 3 months. Then now you're doing a video and say, hey, by the way, I know that, congratulations. I know most of you that are watching this video right now, you just got engaged. And the next question is, do you want to live with your mother-in-law, or do you want to move into a new home, right? If you want to move into a new home, that's great. I'm here to help. I am helping people in the 40 miles of 40 miles of Frisco and I specialize in nurses and Filipinos. So if you need something, just give me a call. What do you think the chances of them gonna call me? Very high, because I'm only talking to those specific people. I'm not talking about, hey, you want to buy, you want to sell, give me a call. It's not that anymore, so they can feel that they're connected with you, right? I don't know whether we can do Chinese or not. I think we can. See, Chinese language, interested in Chinese language. So you can do, interested in Chinese language, or again, I don't know whether we can, or it could be a celebrity. I don't know. Is it Jay Chow? So you can click on like Zhou Jielun. So anybody who likes Zhou Jielun, obviously they're Chinese, right? So instead of, learning Chinese, it could be, Zhou Jielun. That will work, or maybe somebody who's interested in maybe range. I don't know whether the range 99 will pop up or not. 99 range. Again, these are all the stuff that, like if they are, again, when I'm talking about your target audience, who is your target audience? What do they like, right? Again, they could be, they are all business owners, right? So then what you will do is you just look for business owners. And you can see right here, employment, they put down that the employment is they are business owners. You see that? So again, you can go as deep as you possibly can. What is the interest? Again, obviously I told you I like Tony Robbins, so we can say Tony Robbins. See that? Or what? Mary like BTS. So there you go, BTS.
But
so again, you can scale as much as you can. And again, obviously, Kenny, you have your girls here, right? So all you need to do is just do a couple of the 5, 10, 15 minutes video and what you're thinking about. Okay, these are the people that I want to do, and then get them to to schedule them. You know what I'm saying? However, obviously you do have to have credit card in here, so you wanted to you might wanted to put it how much you want to do. And again, you can always save the target audience, And then what you want to do is you wanted to really test them out and see which target audience really work well with you. Then you'll start marketing into those target audience. And then you wanted to test out what the message work for you. If the message is going to work for you, then you know that's what you're going to do, right? And again, you can even do something like, hey, congratulations, congratulations for your engage. I know that you just engaged, a year, within this year. And I know that you most likely are looking for a real estate agent, and I'm here to help. My name is Kenny. I am helping with people who are just got engaged and wanted to buy a home. I'm very fast paced, whatever, and then you just tell them. So that way now this video is going to send to all these people. So it's very specific. That's why it converts more. Okay. And again, obviously how much you want to spend, to be honest with you, the first guru that I work with, he told me to spend $1,000. Every ad is $1,000. So she's like, if you don't have deep pocket, don't play the Facebook game. I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of money. And then so now I work with another one. She's like, no, just spend $5, $10 and see what it converts or not. If it converts, then you spend more money into it. So now, okay, that's good. Because again, we're new. So we don't know whether that message is going to convert or not convert. Does it kind of make sense? So then again, you can do 5 days, you can do 1 day, you can do whatever, and then you can put in a budget, and then you can just do it, and right here you can see to say $2 per day, run it for 5 days, and then which Facebook account you wanted to use. It's very important that you have multiple Facebook accounts, because at the very beginning, you're very new, your Facebook account will get flagged and you will not be able to do any Facebook campaign. So you wanted to at least have like 4 of them. So I always have 4 of them. So if the first one get blocked, I will use the second one. If the second one get blocked, I'll use the third one get blocked, I'll use the 4th one. Okay, so I have 4 of them. But at the very beginning, I didn't,
So are these all like business pages you mean, or are they like different?
1 page is 4 accounts. One business page, you can create 4 Facebook ad accounts.
Okay, so it's different ad accounts. That's what it is.
Yeah, again, you technically only need 1, and you can always create the second and the third one later on. And I think if you're new at Facebook ad, they will maybe allow you to open up 1 or 2 max. But at the very beginning, because we are new, right? Because again, everybody want to do business with Facebook, and Facebook flagged me for a month. And so luckily I have the second one, so I work on the second one. And then and then eventually they open up the first one, then I go back to the first one to use that. But it's very, I mean, again, if you really wanted to focus on doing Facebook and social media marketing, which you should, then you need to really get good at all these things. So this is just, some of the small things that I wanted to share. And last but not least, it's very important that, I don't know, again, what kind of website you have right now. And that's another topic for another day. However, your whatever website you have need to have pixel. You need to install Pixel in your account. Do you guys have Pixel on your website? Anyone? Kenny, Lily? No? Okay, good. Good, because that made me look good, So if you don't use Facebook Pixel, that means that after you do this is, well, I mean, okay, let me rephrase it. If you're just using this for sending messages, to your Facebook, then it's okay. However, we always say that you need to have Facebook Pixel set up before you even touch do Facebook ads. So what is Facebook Pixel? Facebook Pixel means that it's kind of like the cookies. I know you do. Have you guys ever went to a website and check out somebody's stuff, and after that they just follow you everywhere you go? You just see Lily face everywhere you go, right? Because they have Facebook Pixel. They have installed Facebook Pixel. So every time you landed their page, then after that, you wanted to do retargeting so that you will follow them. So as soon as they come in, you follow them everywhere they go until they become your client. But again, that's much more in depth. So we'll talk about that, on the next one, because it's already 45 minutes in. However, Facebook Pixel is very, very important. And you can see I have a different pixel because I have different businesses. And, so again, in order for me to get into the Pixel stuff, you need to find out whether you know how to install Pixel with your website or not. I know that everybody have different website, and I might be able to work on that the next time. I actually was prepared to talk about Pixel, but I think that might be a little bit too in depth about it because it's very technology. So at least we focus on this one first, and then the next time maybe I can share the pixel and all that. But first thing first is, do you know where to install pixel into your website? And what am I saying this, right? Because and the next time I most likely will have my website right now is not fully up, so so I'm gonna get that up, and then maybe I will share with you my website, so that way you guys can use my website and install the pixel. But I'm gonna share with you, this is the people that I used. Well, actually, maybe I should. That's too technical. So if you go to, my Heart to Smart, my online to my husband's business, right? To put business online. If you download this Facebook indicator, where's mine? I have too many of them right here. Extension. All right, reloaded. You see right here, this is called Facebook Pixel. So what happened is, you can see right here that I have 2 pixel installed, and they're going into my organic live lead. So whenever somebody got into this page, I know that they come into my page. So this is just an introduction. I'm not going to get too in depth into it. So this we know that they got into our page. Why is this important? Because we wanted to know whether they got into our page. Did they go into, the next page? So for the new way of doing marketing is actually you're doing a webinar. Like Arlene right now is doing a buyer's webinar and seller's webinar. And so what you do is you go in there, you click on it, you join the webinar. And then so that with you, Kenny, like instead of you doing one presentation, you can do 1,000 presentation, because as soon as they click on it, Kenny is there. As soon as they click on it, Kenny is there. Kenny is teaching them how to buy a home. So Kenny doesn't have to do it anymore. So we are doing that. And my buyer agent has been getting leads from it too. And so what we want to do that, because we wanted to see whether they will get into the appointment setting page or not. So again, this is just an intro. This is a lot to learn. So that's time for another day. But eventually, if you set up the pixel right, and you give a tracker for every single page, then what you're gonna see is the conversion, whether do they really convert or not, right? And if they don't convert, then you gotta keep tweaking the message until it converts. And that's what Mary is helping me to manage. So what that means is, okay, did they hit on the landing page? Okay, they did. Okay, did they get into your set? Did they download your downloads, right? Did they go into your other pages, right? To see what do you have? I overload my computer. And then what you want to do is you wanted to see the conversion. How many people? So chances is 100 people will go to your main page, and then maybe 50 people will go to your other page. So you can see right here, these are all conversion. So did they land on the page? Did they go to the registration? Did they go to registration confirmation? Did they buy your product? Did they go to the landing page? So then you wanted to work towards that. And if you work towards that really closely, then eventually what happened is, Lily, by the time you get a person into your system, is the people have already listened, have already been through your presentation, already know how to buy, and they already decided to work with you. So you don't have to tell them who you are, how you are, what's the process. They're already ready to buy because you already bring them through the training process already by themselves. That's why this is very powerful. But I do notice that a lot of the agent right now are not doing it, because even my office, if I'm not mistaken, Chet Smith is our top agent in our office. I Googled him one time before. The Chet Smith team. And you can see right here, he has no pixel here. Why am I saying that this is very important? Because Chet Smith, he's a he's net $1 million agents. He did 362 transaction last year, I think. I can't remember, but he was like really good. And again, you guys also all work with your sphere, right? When you're working with your sphere, what would they do? They will refer them to your website. Am I right? However, there's no pixel here. So anybody that they refer to your website, you're not following them to everywhere else anymore. So after they check it, they don't see you anymore. So they will most likely will forget about you. However, if you have installed the pixel in there and then you follow them everywhere they go until they become your client, then you have another chance to continue working with them and create a Facebook video with them. Hey, by the way, I noticed that you have checked out my webpage, but you actually did not connect with us. What happened? Click here down below and let me know, how can I help you? Does it kind of make sense? So how are you guys feeling so far? I think that's all that I wanted to share with you so far with the pixel site. I think the first part have given you a lot of aha moments already. I see my computer's like frozen. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yes.
Go for it.
You got free first. Lily?
I cannot hear you, Lily, if you're talking. Cannot hear you, Lily.
Okay, now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this looks like the only. My question is like the previous page. You were showing to see how many were conversion those. That was from command, or is it from Facebook?
It's Facebook. So what I'm saying is, if you really wanted to like focus on social media, that is business.facebook.com. I will type it in for you.
Okay, I wrote down already, but I saw from like command that they have like similar, but you don't get. Okay, we don't know.
Command is just really giving you the basic on how to generate leads, because again, our command with Keller Williams system, it's all about follow up. It's all about following up, right? Whether the lead is good or not, just follow up. It didn't really teach you how to really target your audience and really how to get them to convert. It's all about the numbers game. You got the lead in, you call them 8 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times until they convert. And I tried it before, and I'm not a really cold calling kind of people. So when I learned about this site, I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. You wanted to talk to the people that you wanted to sell to, because then they will get converted. So again, it's all about working smart instead of working hard kind of idea. Again, I'm not saying that KWM is not good. I'm just saying that, I've spent a lot of money in this site, and I just wanted to share some of the ideas with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right, Phyllis, that's very good. I think there's a lot of highlights here, a lot of good nuggets. So a few things. What are the topics that you post, like, that get the best results or the best videos, like for you and Arlene? And you.
So that is a really good question. So again, it also depends, right? It depends on, again, your target audience, right? You got to get to know them. And if you guys are really interested, I can get another course about how to grind down your target audience. So what you wanted to do is, there's this thing called the keywords everywhere. Let me share my screen. Hopefully my computer, it's not gonna see like a lot of pages I already did. So one of the biggest thing that you can do is just go to youtube.com, because a lot of people are doing it on YouTube. So what you can do is you can download this thing called the keyword everywhere. So keywords everywhere. You can see I still watch a lot of Chinese shows. So you can say how to buy a house, right? Because Adeline like the buying site still. I do like it too, because I like the negotiation piece. And then you can see on the right hand side right here, we have this thing, and then you can find YouTube keywords, and you can also click here a detailed breakdown. So this thing is called keyword everywhere. Okay. And then what I do is I click on here, and I will look into what are the things that people are asking. And then I will be able to see how many views we have. So you can see right here, 1 year ago, 889 is how do you buy a house in 2020, the step-by-step tutorial, right? Again, there's a lot of how to buy. How do you actually buy? How do you buy a house without going broke? So that's a good topic, right? The best way to buy a house, should you buy a house in 2020, low interest rate, ultimate steps on buying a house. So for us, what we also do is, what I do with my topics is a lot of time I will just ask my buyer agents. I say, what did you run into today? And they will say, oh man, I don't know how my client is asking me about pre-approval. Then we'll just do a pre-approval. If the person is asking them about, how to sell, then we'll talk about how to sell. So I haven't really do it like like really specify into it. But the right way of doing it is you wanted to do the keyword research. So one place to go to is keyword everywhere. Second place, obviously, you can just Google, right? So, and I think Google is the best thing ever because so you can see how do you buy a house, right? And then you can also wait and see right here, how do you buy a house without a realtor? How do you buy a house in Texas? How do you buy a house with bad credit? How do you buy a house with no money? How do you buy the house for the first time? How do you buy a house in White Run, right? So you can say, how do you buy a house in New York, right?
Yeah.
And then again, there's gonna be a bunch of things come out.
Yeah.
And again, the better news is, like, let's say here, this is 8 steps to buying a house in New York City, right? So what we did is we just say, oh, perfect. So we click on that. We put that eight step next to the
Take a
screen.
video of it. Yep.
Yeah, and we make a video of it. See, you're smart. You're very smart. So we just make a video. Hey, so the step number 1 is this. Step number 2 is this. Step number 3, and then we just give our own personal experience into it. And after that, you can get, Vanessa to put these steps together and put it with underneath your flyer. So then in the thing, you can say, hey, by the way, I have a downloadable underneath for the 12 steps. So you can just click on it and download the PDF. But then the key is when they download that thing, you need to make sure that they put in the username and password. That's called a lead magnet funnel. So then they will have to put in their username and password. I'm sorry, their name and their email.
Yes.
And then what you want to do next is you wanted to start doing the campaign, the KW Fallout campaign. Say, hey, by the way, thank you so much for downloading this checklist. I know that you really wanted to buy a house. And then tomorrow say, hey, by the way, do you know how to buy a house? Hey, by the way, I have a class to teach you how to buy a house. Hey, by the way, blah, blah. You wanted to keep following them because you wanted to build relationship with them. So that is really the Jedi mind tricks on how do you build build your client and make them from cold to warm. So that is the first thing. So again, if you're doing all this video, one is credibility. You have the credibility already because they see a lot of your videos. And again, obviously, when you're Google searching them, you will see a lot. So for example, Arlene, right? Again, she worked with me. So Arlene Donaldson. So again, do you need to be a celebrity online? You don't have to. Because most of the time, if people are liking you, and again, real estate is a very small market right now, especially for online. So you wanted to put in like this, right? Arlene Donaldson, and you can see Arlene Donaldson is, she has a lot of site, which we technically all have. And then you can go to the image and you can see Arlene it's in all here, right? You see like Arlene, well, I didn't know that this one made me look kind of ugly. Arlene, like this is all Arlene stuff because we post a lot of Arlene stuff in here. So by the time the client look at Arlene, it's everywhere, right? And an image, okay, I can see that Arlene's everywhere. So chances is Arlene's pretty legit. Okay, I'm gonna call her and work with her about it. So it's, again, it's platform, right? And you can see right here, what is Arlene, right? Arlene is a fortune builder, Arlington, Texas, Team Keller William Arlington, Fuller Song, that's me, healthcare, Plano, so these are all the tags that is attention healthcare, Little Elm Frisco, this is all that we pull up when we talk about Arlene. So again, so going back to the question is, I would say just whatever question that it relates to you right now, because when it relates to you, you speak from your heart and you're very passionate, and then you'll be able to connect with your client. And the better question yet too is, what is your client? Carl, I don't think Carl's right here. So, this guy, Chris, he is a musician. So the regular client doesn't work with him. He worked with other funky musician, people that need like bulletproof, soundproof their homes, people that have nightclubs. That's Chris. You tell Chris to work with like business owner, he can't. He just doesn't relate to them, and they don't want to work with him because he's very, very free flow. Chad. I see Chad. Chad is a veteran. He's a veteran spouse. So all he focuses on is veteran spouse. He doesn't work with anyone else, and he's also a chef. So he works with chef and veteran spouse. So a lot of times he do the social media. He will also take pictures of him cooking, like what he's cooking, what is the good food, and then the veterans because the wife is a veteran. So that's what he focused on. I have another guy. His name is Carl. Carl just started with us, and for Carl, Carl loves young couples. So for young couples, the question that young couples have will be, can they qualify? Credit score. Young couples usually have credit issue and down payment issue. So again, the question really relates to whichever, whatever that you are looking for. Does it kind of make sense? Awesome. So Lily, do you have any other question? Ken, do you have any other question? If not,
do.
I know
Okay.
it's 3:03.
So how does Mary, how does it work with Mary doing the follow-up? I know you obviously use smart plans and everything, but how does that look like on a day-to-day, like with Mary? Like, does she follow up? Does she do the initial?
Mary doesn't do the follow-up. I have I have Johanna to do that, and I used to have Rona to do that too. Let me stop sharing my screen. I can find my. So what it is so what we actually I have a sheet that I can share with you. I need to think. Is it on recording now? Mary, what is the sheet that Rona was using? I can't remember the sheet name. Or reporting, organic reports. Let me see. So what they do is you do the video, Ken. You do the video, and then they do the posting. Direct outreach template. So let me share my screen one more time. And again, it really depends on how comfortable you are. My husband is much more comfortable than I am, so I didn't really get them to do a lot for me per se. So what we do is we'll say, this is not the one I was looking. Content, please like the YouTube, like our YouTube channel. So we will give them templates that they are going to copy and paste it, right? And then let's say you have, I can't share anymore. My Zoom is crashing too. So for my friend, so I'll share with you the next time, or I can teach them too. So so I also have a spreadsheet that they will put names on there. So every time they add them as a friend, they will put names on there. So they will say, okay, just invited to be joined, befriend. And then they also have another sheet that is all for friends. What they do is they send them messages. Hey, by the way, how are you doing? Right? How are you doing? By the way, I'm I have you, the very beginning message usually is, hey, how are you doing? How's COVID? How's business and family? Right? So that's usually like our script, right? And then they respond back to you. Oh, I'm great, blah, blah. Then what you do is then you get Vanessa to paste another message. Oh, that's great to hear. By the way, there's a lot of people looking for homes right now. I don't know whether you're interested in it or not. If you do need help, just let me know. If you have any friends and family need it, let me know. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And then, so that is one way that you can do. The second way that Arlene is doing, again, Arlene is making a video and say, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I just want to tell you that, I really, Thanksgiving is a great, tradition, blah, blah, whatever you want to say about it. And then what you do is then you save it, and then Vanessa will help you send this out to people. Like maybe today is all the A people, tomorrow is all the B people, the day after is all the C people. And then you make another video. Hey, by the way, did you know that the interest rate have been dropping a lot? If you're looking to buy or sell or whatever at the home, let me know. Then again, it take you 10 minutes to make that video. Now Vanessa is pasting them into all the chats.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And then when they respond, then that's when you if it's too hard of a if it's not a template answer, then
Yeah.
obviously you will be the one to answer them. Did I answer your question?
You
Was
did.
it
You
what you're
did.
looking for?
That's my question. Yep. So, do you do Facebook ads on your listings, or like just listed, or anything like that? Like, how effective are they?
I personally, I don't, because if they wanted to buy, they are already gonna find them on MLS. I don't. I guess for me, I don't really. How can I say this? I don't really believe in just target them.
Yeah.
And the truth is, I haven't really been doing it. I just have been doing like a lot of the sphere. And what I do is um well, actually, let me rephrase it. I do it when I sold them. When I
Yeah.
sell the home, then I will retarget the target audience that I like and say, by the way, I have sold this home, but then I will also do a personalized video on it. I don't just say, oh, home sold, and then click here for more information, because again, that's not personalized. You're paying a lot of money, they're not converting.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So again, I guess my whole objective is, how can I find more friends?
Yeah.
How can I find more friends that I like to work with
That's
that
the right way to
also
go about
happen
it.
to wanted to buy a house?
It's the long-term route. You're not just looking
Yes.
for cold leads. You're looking to build a community and a follow.
Yes. Yeah, and better yet, you do both at the same time. Target audience who you're gonna echo. That's what I always tell C's is like, are you gonna be okay with talking to this person at midnight? Like when you guys are drinking a beer, in the restaurant, if those are the people that you can work with, those are the perfect target audience that you have, because they are becoming your raving fan. Just like Arlene right now, Arlene have the nurses, Filipino moms. They are referring people to Arlene all the time without Arlene doing anything. And majority of them, Arlene doesn't even know, because they're so relatable that they feel like Arlene is so close with her. That's why they're referring. That's why, it doesn't necessarily, that's why I'm talking about the long game, because I kind of get tired after a while becoming a realtor, because I'm selling to everybody and everybody is different. And I know that those people, after I work with them, I don't want to work with them again. Or I don't want them to refer me their people because it's issue customer. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work very hard to earn that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I don't want that. So when I got into this marketing side, I really love it, because you're just finding people just like you to buy from you. This is why I enjoy working with other VAs, because I feel like I can relate to them. So I don't mind, having a coaching call with them every day for an hour. But I have a hard time talking to my client for like sometimes 10 minutes. You get what I'm saying? Because we're just not relatable. So that's why it's so important that when you're doing this Facebook, think about it, think it through, think it deep. Because again, if you're going to be in this market for a long time, might as well find more friends that it's going to be your friend and your client, so that you are doing a long term, and then they will refer you more people. Because you guys are alike, right? Because if they're alike, their friends are going to be alike. So then they will refer their friends, and then their friend will like you. Then they're going to refer their friends. So this whole thing will work so much better.
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
I'm very video shy. I don't know how to do, in front of the video and post that every time it's, oh, looks so ugly. I cannot post. I cannot send it. So first I want to know, how do we, overcome that? And the second, what equipment do I need to have so that we can have look at yours, like setting everything is light, beautiful, and then look at mine, like I'm like
Thank you.
hiding somewhere. So if you can give us the list, what do we need to do, and the equipment, and also
Sure.
for that, how do we,
I
overcome
will
the
send
because
you.
everything. Make a video. I started to make a video, almost like the phone. To pick up the phone to call strange, to make a cool call for me, so the phone is like 100,000 pounds. I cannot even call. So
Yeah. So trust me, it took me about 6 months to get over it. But yes, and when I test out a lot of things, man, I can give you all my gadgets right here. I have like Osmo, I have the DSLR, I have my phone, my iPad, my the webcam and all that. And I finally found out what we do. So Mary, can you remind me? Well, I'm gonna put a list together because everybody has been asking me about it. I just haven't really do it. I'm kind of like the lazy realtor that you're talking about. So we're gonna put something together so in the way you can, click on it and just buy them. What I would say is you can just use a webcam. Like right now, I have a Logitech webcam. I will send you the link. It's really good. It doesn't have to be too expensive, but this one, it captured the light really well. You maybe wanted to have a ring light. My house is white light, so it works very well. So I have a ring light that I can show you. And also like, but the thing is, if you don't want to invest anything, just use your phone. Your phone is very well. All you need to do is just put a ring light right here. And then you just do it like this. And the biggest aha moment that I have is your client, the client that see you and the client that see you on your video, they're actually really just seeing you. It's just a different platform, instead of face-to-face, is seeing you on the video. So it's really not that different. But what I do is after I do the recording, I did it and I send it to my VA. I don't see them anymore. I don't see them anymore because every time I see them, I'm just like, oh, no, I got to redo it, right? So Ken doesn't have that problem. So that's what I did. I just did a recording and then I just sent it. Yeah, so I don't see it anymore. And then we also use this thing called Beauty Cam, which I will share with you in the next, I will send.
I know some Chinese, they have like shou. So when
yeah, that's what we do.
Them looks like younger and prettier.
Yeah, I know. I try to use it, but I think Zoom is doing pretty good because when I use that, wow, man, my eyes is bigger. It looks so pretty. My face is like shaped down, and I'm really afraid that when people see me, it's like, whoa, who's this girl? So I use that sometime, but I don't use it a lot. But again, that would not be a bad tool to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, we'll put something together, and I'll get all the not too expensive things together because initially I've spent like $100 on one microphone, and then the microphone is so big I can bring it around. So now I only use one for like $20, and I just bring it everywhere I go. So it's very easy. All now I do is all easy because I have kids. So man, I used to have a suitcase. When I go to Singapore, I bring a suitcase worth of recording equipment with me. So now I don't do that anymore. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll send that to you. Perfect. All right, Charmaine, Mary Joy, Carol, Vanessa, Mary, and Lily's friend, do you guys all have any other question? You guys can feel free to ask too.
I think I'm okay. Just I need to talk to you also maybe for the virtual.
Sure. Awesome. Ken, do you have any other question? You're going to rock it, man.
Thank you. I am because of you and because of Charmaine and Vanessa. And Monique and Mary.
And they really like you. They think that you're very handsome. Oh. I didn't say it.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions. I think I'm gonna talk to you separately if I have any questions, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
Charmaine, you don't have questions? It seems like you have a question. Okay.
No, none so far.
Awesome. Well, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I can obviously, do some, private coaching with you guys too, since you're the VA. So, but okay, so perfect. Thank you so much for everyone here. Thank you so much. And for those that are going to watch the replay, if you have any question, feel free to reach out. Again, I'm just here to help, to assist, because I know that, we all can make a little bit more money than what we are doing right now, or can work smarter than what we're already doing right now. All right. So sounds good. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.